Hello there. Hello. This is Al, and this here is purely a Windows tips and tricks video. Something I just figured out and might be useful to those of you who, like me, want to preserve as much space as possible in this area. Now, in order to demonstrate what I'm talking about, I have to undo what I just did. And that's this. Well, let me first show you what the problem was. Undoing this should do it. Okay, I'm going to restart Explorer. Okay, now you'll notice in my setup, in my favorites here, this here, the way I created this is using the method, I think it's the prescribed method. What was happening is this. I click this, okay, and now suddenly this thing appears. And now I've lost a whole bunch of space. I've lost the distance from here to this much space from this height, which is a great big chunk, and I don't need this here. I don't want it here. I never use it. Okay? And now it's stuck there forever. Can't get rid of it. Close this. I open it up again. Oh, it's gone. Well, anyway, I still don't want it showing up, but then that means I have to stop and start this thing again. What if I restart Explorer? See if it comes up this time. You see, because I'd already asked to have that removed. Okay, well that's not too bad. You can get rid of that thing by right-clicking and just saying delete. Okay, and all that does is set a setting in any file somewhere to say that you don't want it. And you can always bring it back if you really like it. I don't. So I did get rid of it. And how I found out how to get rid of it was first, I don't know where this I didn't know where this favorites thing is. So I started out searching for favorites. And I found something which a registry key which I called Explorer Favorite. And that's this here. Okay, it's 32.3 CA blah blah blah. It's got a name and an icon and so on and so forth. Now this is a default. Anything that's a browser extension has this category implemented, which is kind of a null thing. The command is given by this, all right, and then there's all this other stuff. Anyway, I wanted to be sure that this really was the favorites, that is, this thing. So I wanted to find out about this, if this is the right icon, if this icon really is that little star. So that means it should be an image res DLL. So I just clicked on anything. Well, what I did actually was I used my favorite program, Icons Extract. I think it's called that. And I browsed and found the DLL, okay, and searched for icons, and I extracted all of these icons to a folder on my disk where I normally put my icons in here, and here's image res, and I searched for 1024 Comes up, and there it is. Okay, so that's enough evidence for me to suggest that this really is the favorites. So therefore, I want to find out what this command is. So I search for this string, and I found it in here. Okay. No, I researched for this. What is this one called? Download. I wanted to find out what the name of downloads was. Oh yeah, so I didn't save it off, I guess. The other one, but I saved the registry file. So let's find favorites again. Now if you search for this, the command associated with one of those favorite things, go back to the beginning, search for that. This gave me a clue. Let's see what to do. Now this is to do with restoring links, default links, okay? So that was a little use. And back to here again. So one of the things it can do is restore default links. So then, now this here, oh, how the heck did I find it? Well, it's in my backups, registry settings. Show for, okay, now the thing is, there's a global registry setting for the I was just concerned with the downloads folder, right? Oh yes, okay. Now I remember. It has to do with the fact that there's a picture on that one, and the other ones don't have a picture. See? So I assume that that picture might also be in here, and sure enough, it is. It's where is it now? Probably past it. It's 150 something, I think. Where is it? There it is. 184. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to recall what I did. So I know something is using this icon, right? So again, back to the registry, back to the root, and I searched for DLL, minus 184, whatever that number was. Yeah. To find out where that icon is being picked up. I could have searched for image res too, to make it faster, I guess. And now I found these. I found that it's in a global spot, but it's also the thing that it points at, which is my downloads directory, is can be set locally. There's a global one and there's a local one. Now, where is it? It's here we go. Folder descriptions. Here, see? Now this is local machine. And that's the folder description for folder, 374D, E290.123F, blah, 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 etc., etc. And I don't want to touch this because this is global. I don't want to affect all the millions of people who are using this computer. I wouldn't want to ruin their downloads icon and stuff. So I take this number, and search for this, back to the root, and try to find something that's local. It's just current user that has to do with that downloads directory. Now what I'd like is for the downloads directory to remain the same, but for it not to be linked in the same way to Explorer, for me only. Now here, that's because I've saved this as a help favorites downloads, I think. Folder description, yeah. So that was my own doing. Now here it is, current user. Here's one thing to do with it, okay? So now that's a destination, shell folder, that. But I kept going. I don't want to touch anything just yet. Keep searching. And then I found this, user shell folder. Now this has to do with the user profile. And that's that little picture of me that shows up. So I thought, okay, now, if that's a user folder, well, I'll just make this point to something else. Anything. Especially something that doesn't even exist. What did I call it? Download 9 or something. Okay. So now, this thing, whenever it sees this thing, if I save something to a path to the favorites, my hope is that it won't recognize that as corresponding with this because it's not the right path. Okay? But still, my downloads will still be the same downloads. And, well, the way I created this link initially was by actually going to the downloads folder, this one, and saving that location to favorites. Not from this, but from this tree. Okay, now I've made that change. I restart Explorer. And the icon's gone. Now the question is it going to go to that crazy directory that doesn't even exist? Or is it going to go to where I actually specified? And the answer is, it goes here. This directory is no longer special as far as only my user is concerned. Other users can enjoy their little icon here if they like it. And that's my tip for the day, how to save space and use the favorites menu without having to wind up with yet another meaningless, useless icon here that you might use once in a while, but not often enough to warrant wasting that slot. What you could do is add this to your favorites, right? No, I don't know. That isn't a special directory, I don't think. I tried it. And that would be a lot cheaper. Let's see. I put that there. I don't find it. I might leave it. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff I don't need anymore. Okay, so that's fine. So I can get to there. I don't need it in the root. Okay, there's your tip. Now, something I have to do.